Happy full moon energies, y'all. It's Pisces, the 12th house. It is the end of the Piscean age and era in Virgo, the Virgin, the purity energy that we all need to move forward from past life karma and all that our soul has had to go through in the age of war and control and power and darker energies. So we're going to see what Piscean karmic energy we are releasing as a collective of the golden dawn, those who are rising as the sun, the enlightened ones, and those that have chosen the path of enlightenment and healing and clearing. We have third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, so that's solar energy. The creative force from love, from our own divinity, from how we see things and interact with collective beliefs and systems, trends, and social engineering. So let's see where my questions are. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're enjoying the last weeks of this technical summer, but for you autumn lovers and those who your season is coming up, bless you in your solar return. Rest and rejuvenation, 19. So really meditating, and his hands are almost by his sacral chakra, really connecting to your inner knowing, your inner standing, what lights you up, what you love, what you want to create in this lifetime and on this planet during this time of grand shift and change. Like legit, we've all come as the soldiers and warriors of the age of Pisces that have been crucified and hung and sold into slavery and forced to do things that, you know, destroyed genes and bloodlines and humanity, and we're all guilty of it. And that's why a lot of us have made it our choice to be karmic, you know, boundary breakers of bad beliefs, of ancestral generational karma. And all this etheric energy is coming into you. The downloads that are surrounding you are epic, and this blue here is making me think that it's time to come up and start to speak. Like, I know even me, I've had a lot of past life, 19, 10, so end a cycle, or a 1, beginning of a new cycle. And, you know, like the karmic clearing, sorry for the big truck. I talk so quiet, I don't even know if you're gonna hear me at this point. The downloads, your ancestors giving you messages, you know, the first thing that comes into your head is always going to be the closest to the truth. So just trust in those epiphanies and those guidance and those synchronicities that you're finding. And to stay grounded and to rest, you know. I just read a quote the other day, and it's like, you know, rest and rejuvenation is just as important as the hustle and the grind. And rest and rejuvenation, like, it's no longer the Industrial Revolution. We don't need to slave away to make somebody else rich, you know, the corporations. We can find what lights us up and create something and put that into the world and be successful off of it. It's doing what we love and bringing something to the world, you know, from our point of view, our perspective, from what we've learned and what we've come here for soul growth to accomplish, the karma. So your power is returning, your sexual energy, your creative energy, that self-belief, that self-confidence, your truth of knowing how divine and how extraordinary you are and beyond the ordinary, and that being beyond the norm is actually a blessing, because you're not meant to fit in, you're meant to stand out. So what are we releasing and karmic clearing as a collective from this Piscean age? Indecision. And like into this forest. Let's see if I can. These even say unknown, unknown, both ways. Unknown territory. It's going against the social norms. It's going against the grain. It's being the black sheep and being comfortable with it and knowing that no matter what way you go, you are here on this planet going through this forest and the wilderness for good reason. If it is to forget everything that you know, to remember, you know, and not have to go with the conditions, what is pushed on us through agendas and symbolism and control and social media. The more that you are following the crowd, the further you are from your path. And it's about surrendering and releasing our need to control, our need to have power over our decisions. It's one thing to manifest and to surrender and trust because there's no lack, there's no doubt. We can't try to manifest something and then want to control how it happens because it's almost like we have lack and we don't really believe it. We need to believe it so much and have so much faith by sight, by faith, not by sight, that, you know, this forest could be looking like it's going down and we're just entering it like, is it on fire? We don't know, but we're gonna get to the other side where it's blooming and fresh. Okay. Unlike indecision, like, you know, there's always that part in us that, like, second guesses ourselves. So it's like, is this the right choice? Like, should I be doing this? And like, even if you were raised, say, so religious and under dogma, it's gonna seem crazy to like research the cult or, you know, hidden wisdom because of the taboo and the hysteria and the, you know, whatever it is. But it's the spirit that carries us into that wanting to know. Is it the spirit of wanting power and control over other people's will that's pushing you into magic and casting spells? Because you shouldn't be casting spells if you're not doing them for your own energy. Therefore, you're gonna go into another karmic lesson. Therefore, the Piscean age. Or are you doing magic to strengthen your will like a muscle? To understand how you co-create with the universe through the mind, through your energy, through your emotions, energy and motion, through how much you put your heart and your soul behind your work, or is your work just enough to keep your body alive on this planet? Are you still in a place where you believe that the earth isn't forever nurturing and on your team, and your mother beyond your birth mother that birthed you into a karmic cycle that you chose prior to birth so that you could clear those cycles and know yourself from a higher perspective? So karmic clearing and moving forward. Death, funny, indecision and rest and rejuvenation. This is death to the old cycles, to that insanity of doing things the same as your parents, the same as your grandparents, your parents that are still doing things that your grandparents taught them when they lived through the Great Depression or the wars. Like, no, like, may they be in peace, but shit, like, we are in a new era. We're going into the golden age. This is releasing obsessions, toxicity, the need to be controlled and to control because we're so controlled that the only way we feel like we can take our power back is to control others around us through manipulation. But manipulation is a lower vibration of magic, like dark magic or transmutation. And alchemization, alchemy would be a higher form of high magic. And this is new cycles, like the fire, like putting a fire to anything that you know, stifles your creative power, your passion for loving and knowing yourself. moving forward, this is the Dragons and Dungeons deck, and I don't really know it yet, but we have the Knight. This is like gears, his wings. It's very mechanical. But in here, speaking of alchemy, he has like, almost looks like he's working at a bar, but giving a cup of gold, a cup of wisdom, gnosis, a cup of inner knowing, a cup of enlightenment, a cup of being pushed so far into a corner that you only can look at yourself. You can only be with yourself, because the external world is just validating to you that nothing else makes sense. But right here with yourself, through your third eye, your inner knowing, your connection to source, the divine, your higher self, you know, grounding that into, what am I thinking? That fountain of youth, you know, that internal life. And this is what we're going to, the age of Aquarius, the healer, the star, the enlightened one, like the crown chakra, like the space above the below. Really getting downloads, really connecting to your higher self, and feeling so uncomfortable with being normal that you just want to rebel. So moving forward. Too many. Okay. And moving forward to be the star. And to own your stardom and your light. You know, a star can only shine because the darkness surrounds it, because it is within the sea of infinite space. The only way we can see light is to see darkness. So remember that, and don't fear your dark side, because one day you'll become such good friends with your shadow that you and your light and your shadow go in tandem. You know, if you're a Hyoka empath, or an empath, or a shadow hunter, shadow banner, a light worker, a star seed, you're going to be sensitive to these energies within people, even if they are not even aware of it, even if they're in denial of it. And sometimes you're going to mirror people real hard, you know? We have an 8 here. We'll have 3. And it's looking like they're going into a new journey, like a temple. You know, coming out from the dark and moving into the light. Like, okay, we've made it to the end of the tunnel. And this is like your inner child, yourself, and your higher self. You know, or your ego at your left, at bay, ready to serve your awareness, your consciousness here and now, and your higher self. You know, looking at the ego, being like, are you sure you're ready to surrender, brah? Because this is where we release your control. And if we're in danger, which we won't be because we're in the higher place of being, even like how this looks like that pyramid, we're not going to need fear. So can we release fear, stagnation, and indecisions? Can we commit enough to our own inner knowing to follow the path of which we are moving? And like, this is definitely like the Ace of Wands, like the passion, the fire. He's like elevating, rising up, ascending, going on the golden road. You know, like you've already met the rainbow bridge, gone through, dated partners of different zodiac signs, sometimes the same because you didn't learn the lessons. This is freedom of it, full in yourself, balanced, heart space ready. You know, this would be the perfect time to do some heart space activation. You know, do the Egyptian heart flame. Connect with your flame, your heart. That ignites existence and life and purpose and trust and knowing and guidance. You know, when you follow your heart, you really get to know yourself. Even if it leads you to some crazy, crazy place, you will learn from it. Okay. So, energy to be the star. Overwhelmed, drowning, load too heavy. Ground yourself and find balance. I actually pulled this card earlier today, and this is like that Piscean air energy. A lot of subconscious things are gonna come up. You know, if you're new to the journey or been trying to bury feelings, and these don't have to be bad feelings. It could just be you knowing that you're worth more. It could be a job, friendship circle, you know, what you do with your off time, what you spend your time on. You know, it's going to start making you feel really uncomfortable. It's going to be heavy. If your family is really karmic and they just keep, you know, putting dis-ease into your mind or your beliefs, you're gonna not want to be around them anymore. You're gonna be like, you know what, no. Like, no. I'd rather be alone, in my own balance, in my own peace. And we have marriage, family, harmony, celebration, trip away, vacation, happy moments spent with laughter, an old married couple, and happy endings. And this is like Mother and Father God too, dancing and rejoicing because you've birthed them through you, through your consciousness of Christ. Christ, which is your love, unconditional love, peace, joy, high vibrations. And left the devil, which is low vibrations, or moving into a place where you're starting to notice the difference between the high vibes and the low vibes, and which ones actually make you feel all right. This is like inner marriage and union, bringing that balance between masculine and feminine. You know, we've all had to clear distorted masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, and therefore they manifested externally. And the more hermit you go and the more isolated you surrender to being, and the less people you have around you, the more time you have to really know thyself, be with yourself, observe yourself, know those different parts of yourself and voices who are, you know, energetically absorbing the thoughts that are surrounding you, the energy. And it's like, is that my thought? Is that my energy? Especially once you know how empathic you are, that you're star seed or sensitive to like old earth energy, because you're here to ground new earth energy. So a lot of people around you are just going to try to seal the deal in you remaining old earth. Hello, Penelope. We have a pigeon on the balcony saying hi. Hello, ancestors. Okay, we'll close this reading. My cat's got angel message. Angel message for our beautiful stars. Harmony, it's a 7, and light. So harmony, from your shadow into your light, we have this heart flame blowing as she's holding, looks like a little etheric fairy near her heart, and this light, this burning. Do a burning bowl ritual. Write it on a bay leaf. Write all your manifestations, everything you want to let go. And know that the divine, the angels, the Holy Spirit, whatever you believe in to be the high vibration, is with you, supporting you, excited, as you should be, to release all this old crap. It's literally 26,000 years. How many lifetimes do you think a soul like yours could have lived in 26,000 years? Maybe 26,000 lives, right? That's Beatrice, my parrot. And harmony, and boom, heart space activated, so high vibration, so grounded to the earth, so in tune with the nature and the elementals that are you. The earth that is your body, the air that is your lungs, your breath, the fire that is your blood, your heart, your spirit, your soul, and the water that is your subconscious. That is 70% of what makes you up. That is your life. You know, everything needs water. Work on your aura. Do some freaking self manifestation. Work your will this Pisces, and work it not only for yourself but the collective. Let's set some high vibrational intentions for each other, for us all to be blessed together, for we all win, you know, as one body of heart, of Christ, of intention, you know, of the risk that our mother took to fall to know herself. And I am so grateful that you all sat here and spent time with me, and I love you. I'll be back soon and more. You know, this Pisces moon got me feeling like a brand new body. Stay in your heart, get in your heart, clear your aura, work your aura, and be excited. Like, literally, if it's gonna take you 5 hours and hundreds of sheets of loose leaf, write it in detail, everything that you want, everything that you see yourself being, and release it with complete faith and belief that you deserve it, because you do. The fact that you know that you deserve it proves that you deserve it. Many blessings. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share if you know anybody, and subscribe. And I love you. I thank you. And I'll see you soon.